Hey, coming to you from Regina, where we've been now for the last couple days. This video is gonna at least cover those couple days. If I don't lump it in with the Winnipeg stuff, we'll see. But at any rate, yeah. So we came here from, not from Winnipeg, but from Brandon. So we left Brandon. We had a good night, good Airbnb in Brandon with Anne Margaret. She was very nice. Everything was good there.
Yep.
We are leaving Brandon. Good morning, everyone. We stopped at Tim's. Yes, to get a Tim's coffee, but also to fill up our thermos because, well, we think there's a good number of roads. What the heck? Okay. What's this? It doesn't make any... Yeah, okay, let's go down to Richmond and it'll make sense. Alright, cool. No, we want to go this way. Yeah. Alrighty. That's a whipper, baby. Alrighty. Welcome to GPS Fun. As we figure out how to get out of Brandon on our way to Regina.
Slept well. We went out. Oh yeah.
Oh, I had a delicious lunch.
Well, okay. So I think I already gave you the outcome. Well, but maybe I didn't. So I'll show you that video of what we found when we went to the sports bar in Brandon.
Oh yeah.
Let me stop. I remember on the last video I made last night, I gave you the mystery of what we would find when we got to the hockey bar. Would it be like enthusiastic Edmonton supporters or not? And the answer was not.
Resounding not.
We weren't even sure the game was on. Like, I don't know, I expected to walk in and 1 second. I expected to walk in and see people with jerseys on and stuff, and there was none of that. And when we looked at the bank of TVs, everything was on something different.
We were in Manitoba.
Yeah, we were in Manitoba, but
Brandon,
Manitoba,
yeah.
and supposedly the recommended sports bar. Anyway, and we had to ask. We said, "You're going to show the game, right?" And they said, "Yeah, we're going to show the game because it was already kind of on. It was like 4 minutes after the broadcast was on."
Well, the broadcast was on.
Yeah. So anyway, we stayed there and had a great time. Great food.
Plus, they showed the Formula One qualifying, which we missed.
Well, that was the cool thing. So we were staring at 4 TVs, and one of them had the Blue Jays game live, one of them had the hockey game, and one of them had Formula One qualifying. And so we like 3 out of 4 we cared about. The other one was tennis or something. I don't know. Golf.
I don't remember golf.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, you golfers. I wasn't meant to say slam. It's just not really our thing. Yeah, not a lot of cheering. Of course, Edmonton wasn't winning, but lose and when the goals were scored against them, there were no groans. There was no sense of people watching. So. Alrighty, so yeah, that was Brandon. We went back and after that and had a good night's sleep. We actually slept in a little bit more than we wanted, but the really good news is when we woke up, we found out there was no wind. No, I don't know about no wind, but the wind had dropped significantly from where it was the day before, which boded well for riding. And so we loaded up and we did a lot of riding. Basically, well, it was 300 plus K. And it was all basically Trans-Canada. So hopping on the Trans-Canada and riding, and I think we probably got a little bit of video from the road every now and then of that trip. I'm thinking, any major events happen on the ride? I mean, it was the usual stopping for coffee along the way.
But yeah, since we're going slow, look at those clouds. This is a good chance for us too, because you get to open the visor about 62 a K away from Indian Head, where we're planning on having lunch. Yeah, a little bit of fresh air through the visor. Of course, I get to smell some fresh asphalt there. Again, part of being on a motorbike, you don't just get the sights and the feels and the whatever, you get the smells. You're in it. In this case, the smell was definitely fresh asphalt.
Stopping for lunch in Indian Head, which was a little trickier than we hoped. We were imagining a nicer sort of restaurant, but anyway, we got Tim Hortons. I think we ate Tim Hortons at our lunch. Here we are at some not a random stop, Indian Head, where we planned to
Saskatchewan.
to stop and have lunch. It's only about 60 or 65K away from our final destination. Now the problem is, when we took the first exit, we ended up on dirt roads. So we turned around, we took the second exit.
Well, it wasn't too bad at first, but then it got real gravelly.
Yeah, and we don't really see a whole lot here. There's a Tim's behind us, but we're not really a lunch at Tim's kind of place. There's a dairy place.
There's a pizza place over there.
There's a pizza, but it's takeout and delivery. I don't think it's a sit down. So anyway, we're gonna see if we can find some lunch. But either way, we needed a break. We've got some coffee with us. Worst case, we'll have some coffee and maybe go to Regina and eat lunch there. We'll figure it out. One other thing I wanted to show you, maybe you want to show yours helmet suits, but I don't know how well you guys can see this. But look at those bugs. That was just from the last stint. You got yours there?
Mine's not too bad, actually.
Yours not too bad. Yeah.
Should have seen it before you cleaned it last time.
Yeah, I cleaned her whole helmet. The white helmets really look nasty, but yeah, almost every time we stop, pretty much every time we stop, I got my little bottle of cleaner here that we take out. And I got a little rag inside that tank bag, and we clean it almost every time we stop. All right. Came along here to Regina, and then we just picked a place in Regina, because it was relatively inexpensive, well, that was the biggest reason, I think, at the time.
I think most things were, but there were, yeah.
And we were a little surprised when we followed our GPS, because it brought us into basically an active construction site of a subdivision. But this is a relatively new house. We're in the basement of a relatively new house. It was a little cool when we came, but there's a space heater, so we can kind of control the heat, and it's all we need. It's clean, it's great. And once we got here, we started to kind of puzzle out about the next few days, and the trick being tonight, I have a work thing to do with Karachi University at 10 p.m. I have to talk to them, and then tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I have a demo for Amsterdam, and so we were trying to figure out how to make it work, and ultimately, and then we looked at the weather, and it was raining all day today.
95% chance.
Yeah.
All day.
And so the internet was good here, and we just decided we're just going to stay put here. And so we've been in Regina, but we haven't been in Regina. We're sort of on the outskirts of Regina. We today was been raining all day. We did skip out at about 4:30. There was a break in the rain. Well, there wasn't really a break in the rain. We rode through a bit of rain anyway, but we went out to dinner, and we tried to find this new place to have dinner, and we couldn't. So we went to the same place we went last night, which was a cool little sports bar.
We did find it, but it was closed.
Yeah, we found it. That's right, but it was closed, and so we went back, and the place with the great plant-based menu last night too. So they have PB plant-based protein
Option.
plant-based
PBO.
PBO. They stick on menus which says they have a plant-based option for everything, which is just really cool. So yeah, had a good meal tonight. Came back, and we're just gonna get the meetings done. We did have one interesting event today.
That's what you could call it.
It's kind of amazing. At some point we're going to hop out to our motorbikes to get some stuff. And so we just put on some basic clothing to go outside.
It was rainy and windy and cold, so we just put a hoodie on, and we
hoodie.
didn't bring all our stuff in last night because we thought we were only staying for the one night.
Yeah, basic heated pants and boots, and out we went. And what we forgot, we didn't bring a phone. And what we forgot was It's an Airbnb. It's got a combo lock to get in, and it auto locked, and we were outside. And it was, what time was it? Maybe.
But 1:30.
But 1:30,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
we knew the people who lived here come home around 4:35. But we were really trying to go through our options, and we couldn't think of any. We had no phone. We had no way to contact anybody. There's no sense the neighbors know each other really around here. It's a brand new subdivision. What? What are you talking? What are you whispering at me? So at any rate, we were kind of stuck, and so all we could think of at some point was to keep trying combos, and hoping. We kind of thought the one thing that I thought made sense with that is if you try a bunch of combos, maybe the person gets alerted that somebody's trying a bunch of combos, and maybe that would tell the Airbnb person that we were stuck, and I don't know, they would look at. We didn't have much of a plan, and so I was trying boo boo boo, and I was thinking maybe my memory will just let me find it, and I tried about 5 or 6, and they all had made this sound that said no at the end, and the last one I tried kind of made that sound too, but then there were these other sounds, and it was like, oh my goodness, it's opening up. And I have to admit, I gave a little prayer to Loki before before that, because it was like, oh man, we need some help here. And so anyway, the door opened, and I thought, was that last combo right? Did I get it right? In fact, I thought there were 3 potential options. One is I got it right. 2 is that the landlord somehow noticed what I was doing and let us in. And 3 was some sort of divine intervention sneaking in there. So I wanted to see, what did I get it right? So we got in, we came down, we were so relieved, we were so thankful. We were like freezing out there, and we thought we were out there for hours. And I checked the combo from the Airbnb. I did not type in that combo. And so that was wrong. And so I alerted the Airbnb person to what we did. And so they would know, and he said, okay, great, I'll check the logs. But it was obvious from his reaction, he didn't know or do anything. That left divine intervention. So, hey, we're being looked after on this trip.